Hey guys, who's up for another unboxing? Great, because here I've got a Samsung Galaxy A3, the 2017 version, that's A320FL to be exact. It comes in a rather plain white box with recognizable Samsung font. On the front you see the model name and year, and on the back you get to find out about the main features of the phone. As you can see, it's got IP68 water and dust resistant certification, a 4.7-inch Super AMOLED screen, the Exynos 7870 Octa-core processor, fingerprint scanner, of course front and back camera, LTE connectivity, and 16 GB of internal memory, which can be expanded. Now let's cut the seal and see what's inside. On top we see the phone in blue mist, a color I quite like, but more about the phone later on. We get a regular quick start guide, warranty card, and the SIM ejector tool. Next we get some earphones, nothing fancy, but they do come in handy. The USB cable used for charging and data transfer is a USB-A to USB-C variant, which is really nice. And all that is left is the power adapter, which puts out 1.55 amps. As well as that may be, let's get back to the phone. Immediately let me say I'm very pleasantly surprised with the feel of the phone. It's got a nice weight to it, the glass and metal feel premium, and the compact size is quite a pleasant change in today's world of larger footprint phones. Here you can see it beside a Nexus 5X, which happened to be laying around. On the protective film we once again see what Samsung felt was important to emphasize, but now let's peel the plastic off and see what's underneath. On the front we're greeted by familiar Samsung layout, with the sensors, earpiece, and an 8-megapixel f1.9 aperture camera above the 4.7-inch AMOLED screen, which is protected by Gorilla Glass 4. Below the screen we get the capacitive recent apps and back buttons, with a physical home button in the middle. The home button is also home to the fingerprint scanner, which works even without pressing the button first. Usual buttons and ports reside on the metal sides. On the left we can find the volume up and down buttons. On the bottom we have the USB-C port, microphone, and a 3.5mm headphone jack. To the right we have the speaker and power button, and on top we find the secondary noise cancelling microphone and a nano SIM and micro SD card tray. The back is covered in 3D glass, and this is where we find the main 13-megapixel f1.9 aperture camera and the LED flash. Without further ado, let's turn it on. Okay, it seems it won't let me go on with the setup without a SIM card, so let's go ahead and insert one. At least you get to see the plastic tray which holds your SIM and micro SD cards. In it goes, and we'll start again. We've got to go through the usual setup steps. Skip. Not now. Yeah, let's set up a fingerprint. The scanning isn't the quickest I've ever seen. skip, skip. It seems we're finally done. Let's check how the UI behaves. I'd say the look and feel is quite nougaty, but nevertheless the phone is running Marshmallow, version 601 to be exact. If you're coming from a Samsung phone, you'll feel right at home with the UI, and if this is your first time in Samsung world, I think you'll like it. Latest TouchWiz editions are really quite nice. The secure folder option is here. You must set up and use an authentication method to access it. Apps and data moved to secure folder are sandboxed separately on the device and gain an additional layer of security and privacy, to quote Samsung themselves. Transition animations are nice and smooth. Let's check the camera app. Not many modes come pre-installed, but you can download more. In the Pro mode, you can manually control white balance, ISO and exposure. Video recording goes up to full HD resolution at 30 frames per second. You can also choose from the array of basic or beauty effects. We should also test the fingerprint sensor. Wow, I have to say it's quick and only requires a light tap for it to recognize the fingerprint and unlock the phone. The viewing angles are great. You can expect some fingerprints to be visible on the glass back, but they aren't such a big problem on this light color. Also, I have to say once again, it's quite nice to hold in hand such a compact phone with quite a premium feeling to it. Personally, I like a larger screen, as I consume a lot of media content on my phone, so I guess the screen size wouldn't be so great for my needs, but when it comes to handling and reaching buttons and menus, this is perfect. You can enable or disable the blue light filter to ease eye strain, and you can also enable or disable the always on display. And if you're worried about battery life of the 2350 mAh battery, you can turn on the power saving mode in 2 steps, medium or maximum. that should enable enough juice to get you by. And that's it for today's video, hope you liked it. Stay subscribed for more stuff like this, and until the next video, goodbye.